This is The Potty with Serene and Pearl. Get it right, Poddy.
It's the Trim Healthy Podcast with Serene, Pearl, and I'm Danny. And guess who's with us today? YouTube audience, you don't have to guess. It's Trim Healthy Mama Coach, Amy Gaskin.
I am so impressed you remembered my name.
Oh, you're a freaking regular.
Do we really need intros for Amy anymore? Maybe if you're a new person in the room.
Yeah, but if you're a new person in the room, you need to introduce to us. But anyone
Yeah,
in
hi,
our
I'm Pearl.
community, anyone in our community knows who capital A Amy is.
And so Amy is our, what do you call yourself on the coach? I mean, you're
Director of the coaching program.
a coaching
Very
director.
prestigious title
Wow.
Oh, it is.
Director
DCP.
level.
Yeah.
there. Okay, yeah.
But Amy
like
comes, you live in the Mississippi
I do
state.
live in the
and
Mississippi.
You come with your husband, Wes, the strong, silent Wes.
Yeah.
And you come in quite a lot because we're doing a lot of business together. And so every time you're here, we want to grab you for the potty because
I love it.
you bring a lot. And the women love to hear from you and how you approach your journey. And we've shared your story many times. Spectacular. So let's not do that again.
Nope, I don't want to.
No, if you
Thanks.
haven't heard a story, go
Go
find
watch 'em.
Yeah, that's your fault.
So, Amy, I know you kind of had something burning on your heart. So we're just going to follow your lead.
Okay, cool. When you asked about what I wanted to talk about, all I can see lately in my, because I'm the director of the coaching program, but I also have a business coaching. And it is incredible to me how I have clients in their 20s and I have clients in their 80s. And THM applies to all the seasons. And it's just really, it's special because you don't see that with any other food plan. And I don't have, a certification in those, but I've helped so many women come out of them in all those ages. And it's just wonderful. I even, we ran to the cafe for lunch and one of my clients from Texas was there.
Did you know that?
Yes. And I didn't know if I was going to get to make it, so she wasn't really expecting me to show up. But even her little boys were excited to meet me. And so they are three sons, 6 to 13, I think. And so they are even being blessed by the plan. And it's amazing for me to see every day.
I think it's a good topic. Serena and I were talking about this because, when we first came up with Trim Healthy, we were trying to figure out how to eat as a mother, but not have a separate diet from our husbands and our children.
Absolutely.
And then what happens if we get pregnant? Because every other diet kicks you out when you're pregnant.
Or nursing.
Kicks you out when you're nursing. And I remember, Serene, you said to me one day, you're like, if it's not sustainable while I'm pregnant, why would I do it when I'm not pregnant?
Right, because you need the most nourishment when you're pregnant or nursing. So if it's not a nourishing diet, it's going to be aging you.
Right.
It's going to be pulling from something. So I love that. It's so funny because we were actually looking out for number one, looking out for, well, how can we have a diet, but it still works for all of them? But in the end, it really just became an inclusive thing for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
I looked out for them.
I mean, do you get women coming to you? So you have women in their 20s.
Yes.
Like, are those Gen Xers or millennials? 30s or millennials?
Dude, I don't know. I can't keep up with that.
I don't know.
Do you
It
know?
might be down to Z.
Are we?
Z?
Yeah, and does that mean that we all die after? Is this all?
We
Is it
don't
so
think
hard?
about.
I
We
don't
don't. We
know.
don't
We
keep
will
up
one
with that
day.
either. But 20-year-olds. I feel like what you're saying is yes, the basis of this plan works for everyone. No one gets kicked out.
No.
But
There's a
everyone-
tweak for everybody.
Yeah, a tweak. That's
There's a
what we want
tweak
to
for
talk
everybody.
about. So let's go through the decades, shall we?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's start off with, and let's keep it to woman, then we'll talk about men, and maybe after we've gone through all the stages of woman.
I'm fine.
I know you do
gonna
love to
roll
talk
with it,
about
huh?
females.
Fine. I can go sit over in the corner.
No, we like your hair, Dan.
Okay.
Just put your hair a little higher and then we'll really love you.
Before the podcast, Serene said Danny's hair was too flat.
I washed
and
it.
she said he would be 15% more handsome if he raised his hair.
And it worked.
It did.
Yes. I
Okay.
don't let my husband wear a ball cap because it flattens his hair. If he wears it backwards, it will heighten it. That's fine. But just, flat hairs.
Yeah.
You let your husband wear a ball cap backwards and he's in his 50s?
He doesn't wear it backwards.
Pearl.
I'm saying that. No, he doesn't. He doesn't wear one at all.
Mr. Wears wears it backwards?
But if he's going to wear a cap, it needs to
Sometimes
be...
it's tough.
It needs to be just because it pushes the hair back. And
Sometimes
gives
it's
it more
like,
height.
It's
I
like-
will sail this ship.
It's
You know
like
what I'm saying?
17-year-old in Memphis hoodlum.
Or like
No.
captain of a mythical, pirate ship. You know what I mean?
But we digress.
We got to get her out more.
Probably. Probably.
What was cool back then?
You're telling me this.
Yes. And you think now is not cool? Now is back
Yes,
to cool.
person
It is.
who
It's
doesn't
coming
even
around.
do social media would know
My girls
what's
are wearing
a TV.
the same clothes that I wore when I
Well,
was.
that's true.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Hey, but let's before we get too rabbit traily, because I think a lot of people are going to want to tune into the to this. Like, what? Okay, let's start with a teenage girl. What does she need?
My teenage girls, they do
Yes.
4 fuelings a day. They get their protein, and they have crossovers.
Yes. Okay.
Fat and
that's
carbs
what
together
mine
with
does.
their protein.
You
Period.
know what I think they need? Sanity, sustainability,
Yeah.
common sense, all the food groups.
Yep.
And what diet out there has that?
Ooh.
None.
Ooh. Oh,
Just
trim
ours.
healthy? Oh, trim healthy.
Sus. Yep.
And you know what? I do say something about. I have had many mamas reach out to me. It's like, oh, Pearl, I just don't know what to do. All my children, they eat trim healthy and crossovers. When we're speaking about a crossover for anyone new in the room, it's when you put carbs and fats together, always anchored in protein. And they're the good carbs and the good fats. And it's such a nourishing meal. It doesn't cause you to gain weight, well, unless you have some sort of, metabolic issues. And it's so perfect for so many people. But they'll say to me, oh, my children are thriving on crossovers, but I have one child. Sometimes it's a guy, sometimes it's a girl. And she's like, her metabolism's just different. Is it terrible if I encourage her to involve some S&Es along with crossovers? And I'm like, I think it's okay, but I don't think anyone under the age of 21 should be separating
S&E, right.
completely.
Right.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well,
I
and they just need to
100%
pull
agree.
their portions back a little too.
Maybe, but if the you don't want to reduce calories too much for a teenager and start them in calorie
And I think
depletion.
making sure they're not in that modern sedentary screen life.
Yes, absolutely. And I think for them building that muscle, that's that lean tissue burner. And I think
Because I think there is danger, because I had a daughter who just was luscious from the beginning. She was never overweight, but she never was a scrawny little wiry thing like some of mine.
Yeah.
And they usually go through a scrawny wiry period and then just get some flesh as they grow older. But this girl was just perfect from the beginning. She just had just a perfect amount of covering from the beginning. So she kind of felt like she was bigger than the others because she wasn't scrawny and wiry.
And she's super tall, like
super,
many of
super,
our
super
children.
tall. So
Over
she
6
thought, oh, I must be one of those ones because I don't want to gain more.
Right.
I should probably separate my fuels most of the time. And she lost her cycle. It just really took her down
Wow.
a bad way because she was limiting too many calories at that age. I think it's very important at that age to just be very careful.
Lean
that
into it, yeah.
lean into all of the food groups.
What makes a
and
girl
into
lose
your
her
natural
cycle?
hunger.
Like what,
If her body fat percentage goes too low, and especially when you're younger, you kind of got to have it at 20% to start your period. And then to maintain your period, some women can go down to 18, 17 even, but if you're younger, you go much below 20, you lose it.
And also, I think even you can have enough body fat, but when that Kisspeptin signals
Yeah.
that you are in a starvation mode, like you're not getting enough calories, you're not getting enough, your full macronutrients, especially carbohydrates. It'll signal a stress state that can make the period, be erratic.
could an adolescent teen be a bit mental going through that low
yes.
carb,
For sure.
low fat?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the female body at that time, all that the body's trying to do is become fertile. I mean, that's what the body's goal is at that time. And so you take away too many carbs, too many fats, too many calories altogether. I mean, things go haywire kind of sooner than older women.
So teen girls need to be embracing their body type, and it may not be.
So true. Because you had a daughter too that was just so naturally muscular, and she was lean and willowy, but the muscle weighs more than fat. So she was getting on the scale and she's like, I must have rolls of fat over me because I'm 20
Yeah.
pounds heavier than my friend that we look the same size, but must be something wrong, and it became a kind of a mental anorexia.
Oh, that's Autumn, and
And she
she'll
lost
come,
her cycle.
she'll come on here and share her story, but she's so dense and her bones are strong, and my bones are little like birdies, and and she would ask me what I weigh, and
I am
I'm
not
like,
a birdie.
I would I don't want to tell her to mess her up, but she's like, just tell me, Mom, just tell me. So I told her, and she's like, I must be so fat, but her body is
She had
different.
no fat on her.
No, she had no fat on her. Her body's just so different.
So we can't compare.
I know, and I think that's really good. What about your teenage girls? Are they all different or the same? Or
Bella is more. She's got a juicy booty.
oh yeah, well that's nice.
So she-
At least these days, that's kind of
but
like
they're all dancers.
Yeah.
Lily is tiny.
yeah.
And Katie is she's a lot like me, but she's taller
Yeah.
than I am, very muscly. And so they're all a little different, but they're all like embracing what they are. And
That's
I think
good.
that's a really good thing.
It's probably because they have Coach Amy as their
Maybe. It's hard to hear from your mama though.
It really is.
My
Yeah.
youngest one, it's not as hard for her because I was doing THM when she was so little. And so she's just heard it for so long.
Yeah.
Can I ask a controversial question?
I love
Yes,
controversy.
but I want to
It's our
go back to
favorite.
this because I'm going to ask you something about teenage girls and sugar after
Well, this
this
is
controversial
teenage
question.
girls and birth control.
Okay.
So I see a lot of my clients very concerned about their girls
Yeah.
because they're having cycle issues,
Okay.
no cycle, crazy cycles, and the doctor's just going to put them on birth control. This happens a lot.
Even acne. Yeah.
PCOS too, people. So what are y'all's stance on that? I mean, it's a major endocrine disruptor for sure.
Yeah, it puts them into
The
menopause.
wrong thing.
And
It puts them into the wrong
I don't
thing.
even think it's controversial, Amy.
Yeah.
We're coming out now.
Well, in
and-
here it's not.
No,
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 isn't
but
it now part of the Maha? Haven't you heard some kind of whisperings about birth control?
yes, but
synthetic
even
hormones?
I'm talking conservative, liberal. It doesn't matter who you are. I heard a liberal leaning doctor the other day talk about this very subject, and she's like, I am telling my woman to get off birth control because what are we dealing with? I mean, now that the truth's come out about BHRT and the Women's Health Initiative, that was proved to be wrong because they were using synthetics. What was the synthetic causing those issues? It wasn't even the horse estrogen. That was kind of tolerated, even though it's not the best. It was the synthetic progesterone. That's in the pill. And so these young women from an early age are being given these synthetic
Like
hormones
12, 13 years old.
to
I'm
replace
trying
it.
to
Shuts
find-
down their own beautiful hormones. It shuts down their testosterone. When they're going to suddenly come into puberty and find the other sex attractive, they've got no testosterone.
Yeah.
What does that do to a
It
mind?
actually can make women start to think that
Yeah.
they aren't straight.
Yeah, it can. And
I've heard a podcast on that.
I have too. And so there's many things.
It's not like they're attracted to women, but they think, I really
I'm not
am
attracted
to
attracted
men.
to
What am
men.
I?
So
Yeah.
they start questioning when they shouldn't be
So their
questioning.
male attraction significantly drops.
There are
Right.
studies they've had women on birth control pill. Actually, this is a weird study. Had men line up, and they had to rate men on their attractiveness.
By the way,
And-
I'm not just scrolling my phone. There is a study lately, and I'm trying to
All
look
the
for it.
scores were lower until they took women not on birth control. The same men rate their attractiveness. All of the scores were higher.
Wow.
Yes, and it's not just that.
That's
It's-
interesting.
What does this do to their brains, to their heart? Stroke level
Well, and then
goes up.
fertility, when they decide they do
Yes.
want to have a family, it's like, guess what? You can't.
And it's the big thing in the room. For many years, you weren't allowed to talk about this. You're right, Amy. It was taboo. Don't say there's anything wrong with the birth control pill because women have to take our rights and, we don't want to get pregnant. But, there are other natural ways.
Right.
And really, there are studies that show it raises cancer in later life. I mean, it's all coming out. And so I'm pretty strong. I'm not afraid to say
Yeah.
I'm so not for it.
No.
Me either. I spouted it out
Nate, did
during
you
a
send me
coaching call
something?
a few weeks ago.
Did you send
And
me
I was
something?
like, that was my opinion. So sorry. But I would not let my kids get on it if they were under
Yeah.
my house.
I
you
was
know.
looking somebody sent me something the other day about recently was it on Tucker Carlson or something? It was, I don't know, but it was a major, it wasn't just like in our little network where they were talking openly against birth control.
Can I share personal testimony about
Yeah.
birth control? I have been on it once in my life,
Me
and I'll
too.
tell you why. it wasn't to stop pregnancy. It was because in my perimenopausal years, I was constantly bleeding. And so, what does the doctor do? Let's try birth control, see if you can regulate. And I was I knew the problems with it, but I thought, I'm desperate. If only I'd understood bioidentical hormones and got on progesterone and in high enough doses, I believe.
You're changing the world, though.
Yeah, but what you don't know at that time, so I got on.
What you don't know might kill you. Yeah. What you don't know doesn't kill you.
I got on that, and I've always been pretty. I'm not like a big sanguine person or extrovert, but I'm happy inside myself. Yeah. Happy, peaceful. For the first time in my life, I had suicidal thoughts. I remember thinking, why am I being here? My family would be better off without me. It changed my brain space, and I said to my husband, I have to get off this. This is so scary.
Well, it was actually blocking your natural hormones from, key unlocking with the receptors. And so serotonin is so much part of estrogen and some of those hormones. So
birth control's playing with serotonin?
Correct.
Oh, yes.
So that's like an SSRI.
Yeah.
Like an anti-anxiety.
But it doesn't boost it. It lowers it.
But it's still playing in the same space as antipsychotics.
I guess you could look at it like that. But you go use anything, ChatGPT, Google. It's all there for the taking. You can see the studies that talk about its depressive effects and things. And I think it's coming out. I think it's time.
We had a friend who got on, going back a little bit to that whole idea of attraction and how it messes with that. We had a friend of ours who got on birth control very early for really bad cystic acne. And thank you.
The hand.
And she had trouble with libido for the rest of her life.
She did.
Wow.
She just struggled. She would always tell her husband, I love you, but I have zero. She put up a big zero.
And it affects every woman differently, right? Some women are going to be fine. They're not going to experience the suicidal thoughts that I did or whatever. I was sensitive to it. But I do think, it brings it up, Serene. If a young woman has acne or if she has PCOS, and maybe there's mothers or they're listening right now. Well, hold on.
What do we do?
What do we do?
Well, here's a 2024 episode on the Tucker Carlson show that talked about these hormonal contraceptions disrupting women's natural cycles, potentially harming health and fertility, and reflects a broader societal disrespect of life. Yeah.
But, okay, so what do they do?
Thanks,
because these women need help. And we outline in our book, Trim Healthy Wisdom, what they can do because there are bioidentical natural hormones that are more effective than the pill even. And progesterone is so fantastic at regulating things for PCOS women, along with thyroid therapy if needed. And for cystic acne, that's a little more difficult, I think. You can't, because you do want a young woman to keep her testosterone, and sometimes it expresses differently. So,
but keeping even little cystic acne and trying to deal with it with some methods that may take a little longer is so much better for her long-term health, her long-term skin health. Because you put a woman into kind of like a chemical, not necessarily surgical, but almost like warping her natural chemicals in her body into a premenopausal postmenopausal state. What I mean is that is aging her skin. That's stopping her skin from receiving that natural estradiol in the right amounts and the natural testosterone, which actually gives thickness to the skin tissues.
Well, you had your ovaries out, right, as a young woman. Yeah, it's amazing because your skin really didn't suffer, though, did it?
But she got straight onto hormones pretty quick.
No, she didn't.
You
10
didn't?
years.
No,
but you probably had enough human growth hormone and everything like that, you know.
And then I found you, so that helped a lot.
So we kind of covered teenagers. Let's talk the 20s and the early 30s. Those premenopausal years. What do you tell your woman during those stages?
Well, some of them come for weight loss.
Yes.
And so we want to get them on plan as much as possible. Whole foods, the protein, separating our fuels as we can. But I say, especially if they are childbearing and all that, of course, cross over here now, whatever, do that. But I definitely want them strength training and hydrating and all the mental things, Most of my coaching is mindset and accountability. It's not an apple is a carb like that. Sometimes I have to do that, but there's so many in this age group, the 20s and 30s, they already understand that. And so it's like, what you should do. Now we have to implement. And so that's what I have to do with them.
But it's so true what you said, identity is everything. Because even if you know what you should do, if you don't have an identity of who you are, like I'm a body trainer, I am going to be a burner. I am this, I am that. Like, I am somebody who respects my body. This is my identity. Then it's almost like you don't have that.
They have
natural
nothing to hang on
mojo,
to.
that
Yeah.
inspiration. My husband he's really starting to study identity and kind of like working on a few programs AI wise just about identity and kind of like searching your personality kind of identity. And we know our spiritual identity, but and it's just so amazing because as he kind of hones in and he's written some kind of motivational passages for himself to read like in the morning and stuff about who he thinks he is. It's given him like so much more. He's getting up at 5:30 because he's got purpose. He's got a mission. He knows who he is. And I feel like when we kind of like encourage their identity and still in this health bent towards identity, it's like all of a sudden it's like no one has to tell them to go and exercise or eat healthy because they're like, well,
That's what I do.
this is what I do.
Well, what do you see with 20s and 30s? What are the identity? Because sometimes I hear a lot from women 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond about what their identities are struggling with. My body's betraying me.
Right.
I can't do this. This is too hard because things are too hard. There's so many challenges. Yeah. What are the identity struggles with younger women, do you think?
Well, you've got a lot of different groups. You have the singles. You have the ones that are struggling with infertility. You have the ones with already 3 kids and they're pulling their hair out.
Yeah.
But they still have to show it for themselves. It doesn't matter. We're all women. We all have that issue. And I think most of us are natural caregivers. And so whether you have a house full of kids or it's your mom and dad or it's your aunt and uncle or your whatever, just people in general, maybe at church or whatever, you're going to be caring for others before yourself every time. And they still have to get that. One of my favorite moments in one of my coaching lives, I have a 70-year-old Mama Kate, is who I call her. She came to my retreat actually from Nebraska. So sweet. And she encouraged one of the younger ones, 20 years old. She was like, girl, just promise me you will never stop doing this. She said if I would, because she found THM at 68, 69 years old. And she said if I would have known this at 70, I wouldn't have had 2 knee replacements. I wouldn't have had this. I can't remember all the list of things, but she's like the bionic woman now, so many things. But she is contending at 70.
I love
and
that.
it's so good.
Do you know what?
So good.
I think we said this on the party before, Serene, but if I could look back at my 20-something-year-old self, I would
just
say,
help her.
I would say, Pearl, get your protein, strength train. Don't do all those aerobics and go vegan and forget that you have protein. You're losing bone, you're losing muscle. Don't do it. I did it. Don't do it.
Yes, and for those in their 20s that are struggling with, like putting themselves first, not in a humanistic way, but in a way that's just honoring and respectful, I would say it's going to help you show up for others. It's going to help you from burning out. Because, in your 20s, when you feel like you're starting to look in your 30s, but you're still in your 20s because you're so not taking care of yourself at all, it's going to bring that depression because every woman wants to feel young and feel like they are healthy and, attractive. And I feel like when you don't allow respect for yourself in any area of self-care, it starts to affect your mental self, and that's affecting your identity, and everything is down from there.
Do you see that, Amy?
100%.
Do you see when a woman comes to you of any age, but let's say she's in her 20s or 30s, because that is an age of depression, I think. Do you see it correlated with not looking after herself, and when she starts to, do you see things boost?
Yes, absolutely. And I think it's super important to talk to these women because they can, just like you said, what could I tell my 20-year-old self? Like, I wish that I had Coach Amy when I was 20.
Yeah.
My gracious, the things that I know now. And so I think it's like a vital moment, just super important for them to get it at this age, because then you won't have to undo in your 40s and 50s. It's just key. It's just so good.
I love that.
So true. I know that for me, and this is just, maybe people will think, well, Pearl has a mental issue, but I do think that all of us struggle with mental issues.
Absolutely.
And we're all growing. I find for myself, if I don't exercise, and I'm talking sometimes I have to take time off strength training because I'll pull a muscle or whatever, but if I don't...
you need time to
deload
let your
week,
body
whatever.
actually heal and build.
But if I even take like a whole week off anything and I'm not walking and I'm doing nothing and my mental health
Going down.
is so in the gutter. I have to get out, and when I'm just starting to walk again, I'm just like, oh, here you are, Pearl.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
You know, it is. It's huge for mental health.
It's like when my husband walks in the door, and if I haven't had a chance for a week or so to exercise because of busy and just harriedness, I don't feel like meeting him at the door, because I feel like, what am I to, like, I just feel like when I've exercised, when I've taken care of myself, I feel like, oh, I have energy to meet this person at the door. I have something to bring. When I feel like I'm just wasting away and I'm not contending, I have a lot of self-consciousness and self-doubt and insecurities, a whole lot more.
Do you find that with Mrs. V, Dan?
You guys are doing good. I mean, if I take a week off of working out, I decide what new place on my body has cancer, and which sends me into a second week off of working out because I don't want to stir up the cancer. So
Yeah, that's another level.
you're fine.
But do you notice that with Mrs. Valdez? Is she more? Do you feel like she's in better mental spirits when she's like working out with you and stuff?
Yeah. Especially because the together thing. Is it all women or my special woman that wants to be together?
It's your special woman. I don't want to work out with my husband.
Oh, okay. She wants to be together
Yeah,
though all the
that's
time,
cute,
like together. Like we're in life together. We started together.
I love
We
that.
work out together. We go to the grocery store together.
That's fresh.
She's like, I'll be heading off on a bike ride. Ping. Where you
Can
going?
I go?
I'm like, yeah,
That's funny.
for sure.
What
I
about
was-
you and Wes? Would you rather work out alone or with Wes?
I like working out with Wes.
Do you?
Yep.
together.
I like working out with my husband, but I don't mind working out by myself.
Okay, no, let's
So I
just
started.
be
Well, I did
jolly
CrossFit.
honest.
I did CrossFit as a
Yeah.
group, and I like the
Oh,
camaraderie.
you
I
like,
like the
the
Oh,
group
I don't
thing.
like
See, I don't
camaraderie,
like
yeah.
group
No
or
camaraderie
camaraderie.
when I exercise.
I feel like you're not being honest, and
But-
I want you to be honest with me and look into my eyes.
Yeah, you're
And
a
Sam
slave
doesn't
of
listen
Sam.
to this, so don't
No
say what you
joke.
think he'd want you to
remember
hear.
We
our
love him
romantic
so
cruises,
much.
and we'd go and we'd
That's
do our little
romantic
gym
cruises.
every day.
I'm
We'd go
Worshipper.
together.
That's
You're a
vacation.
worshiper.
I'm talking about at home in the gym. Do you want to be in there with Sam or alone?
Say
I
the
would
truth.
prefer.
No.
I don't mind Sam in there.
Well,
No.
then you just told us. Okay, I don't
You
mind.
don't mind him in
That's
there.
a
I don't
2 out of 10.
mind him in there.
No, you would crawl over broken glass to have him there.
No,
Say
no,
that.
No, she
no.
wouldn't.
Actually, I wouldn't.
She wants him out.
No, I don't want him out. But he doesn't annoy me in there.
You're
Everybody
neutral?
else annoys me in there.
Are you neutral?
No, she's not. She's more alone.
Are you
I know
leaning
my
towards-
sister.
Sam,
I like
or-
worship music and my
Okay.
mind and God.
Sort of a meditative
and zoning.
space.
It's a meditative
Okay,
space.
Okay. Well, I'm
And that's
glad
better
What
alone.
she's saying, he's not going to bother her, but let her get to her spa zen.
I don't
Yeah.
talk. We don't converse if he's in there. No talker.
I tend to want to be alone
Me
Yeah.
too.
because I got to tend to you.
Yeah, don't want to tend. And Autumn and I, if we're in our garage is now a gym. You know, we'll get in there, my
You're
my daughter.
what?
Yeah,
Your garage? What do you call it?
garage.
Garage.
Oh, you wrong, Americans.
Yeah,
I think
it's called
that the
the
English knew it
Queen's
first.
English.
That's what I tell
I'm
my
just giving you a
husband.
hard time. I've heard you say that before.
It's no wonder you guys lose wars all the time.
Anyway, though, Autumn like gets this look on her face when I walk in. I give her the same look.
She's so
like,
disappointed.
Really, really, and then we go in there together. Every now and then we'll give each other a look, but it's like,
That's funny.
When my children, you know how
yeah, we
everyone
just want to be
says-
alone.
You know how everyone says, like sometimes on the internet, don't let your children be an excuse to not exercise. Bring them with
Yeah.
you. Exercise with
I
your
work out with Lily
family.
and Katie.
I
We do your little
I've
workout.
tried to be that kind of good person.
Yeah.
Today I was working out and I had 2 of my girls come in, and because I'm puffing and huffing and a little bit of pain, every word that comes out of my brain is way too intense. It's got way too much passion behind it.
Yeah.
And the poor little girls just kind of slink out after about 10 minutes like,
Bye, Mom.
Mummy is a weirdo. She's too much for me
Yeah,
right
Lisa
now.
likes to come in and ask me math equations while I'm pushing friggin' weight up.
Can't have that.
All
We
right.
digress.
Do you send Remy to
we
go find his
do.
go-kart?
Oh,
Remy,
yeah.
where's your
Hey,
go-kart?
new
Yeah,
peeps
yeah.
in the room. I'm not going to say we're not normally like this because we are. Sorry.
Not sorry.
Now we're up to. Do we need to cover anything else with the 20s, 30s, the premenopausal? I do want to talk about it.
What do y'all think? You asked me, but what do y'all think? What should
I
we be
think they
doing?
need.
The funny thing is that we asked you and then we interrupted you the whole time.
Okay.
So we really all got up.
My feelings are not hurt at all.
Amy was
None.
saying to us before the party today, you know, you've never really interrupted me.
But I guess you do, but
It's
I
the
didn't
first
notice.
time for anything. I think.
Hurry up and get your thing said so I can say my thing.
I do think the premenopausal years, and as I call them, the fertile years, need the really good fats, and that's how we started Trim Healthy Mama. Right?
List those off.
Yeah,
But that's not pasteurized Walmart fat, ladies
Thank
and gentlemen.
you. Thank
no,
you.
no. So what are your vitamin A fats? It's your vitamin A,
vitamin
fats.
D, your fat, yeah.
I mean, it's actually your full fat dairy. That's what it is.
In its purest form, so
Yeah.
that means hopefully grass-fed.
Not grated cheese in a bag.
No, it's not that.
It's not your cream cheese.
Sorry.
You know,
Ultimately, it's like your grass-fed full fat kefir.
and it's your goat's milk.
Not
products,
everyone
too.
is going to do that.
I
No.
know, I agree, but I'm just saying a little goat's cheese
There's
on your
like
salad better than
But
pasteurized
guess
Kraft.
what? If you're not going to do that, you
Yeah.
can buy some like X Factor butter capsules, grass-fed butter capsules,
Yes.
or eat grass-fed
Liver
butter.
better get a link for
capsules,
that.
And Trim Healthy has
Go
our
on it.
ancient multi, which now is
Oh,
the
please.
best grass-fed regenerative
Please, all
grass-fed liver.
women of childbearing age, I believe, because you're menstruating every month and you're losing iron, red blood cells. I think they should be on desiccated liver.
Oh, 100%.
Y'all, those supplements are amazing.
And
Just for me.
no like only egg whites, please. You need
No,
yolks
yeah,
in your
yeah.
life. and
Avocado?
your pre-fertile.
Yes.
Yes,
Nut
yes.
seeds.
Yeah, they're good, but they're not as
good
important
as
for the fertile
animal fat
years.
ones.
They're great.
Because that's what people are going to ask.
They're
Just
Yeah.
throwing stuff
fantastic.
out to you
They
guys.
should be in the diet.
Yeah.
But those fertile fats are your vitamin A fats, and they're actually animal fats, so grass-fed beef.
Please no vegan and vegetarianism at that age.
Please, not at any age, but please not
Yes.
at that age.
Explain how the fat helps the hormone.
Because without
Grow.
those animal fats, those nutrients, they're precursors to build the hormones.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
But can I just say something? Let's just see these premenopausal, we're out of the teens, but those 20s and 30s, those years are setting you up so you don't have to play catch up. You said it,
Yes.
Amy, so I'm just repeating you. But
all right.
if you build those good habits in the 20s and 30s, you're just home sailing when you get to those perimenopausal, postmenopausal years. It's just like, I don't have to build a burning body. I
Right.
have a burning body.
Right.
I mean, you'll still have challenges because
will
you're
have-
going to lose your estrogen, and that's not
100%,
fun. But it's
you don't have to play
Yeah.
catch
But you're
up.
set
Yeah.
up better for success.
Absolutely.
Something that I'm seeing in my followers, not necessarily my clients, technically, I guess, is that I have so many that are above Ruby's ladies, and I'm
that's-
getting their children.
for new people in
And
the
they
room.
are
That was
20s
our
and-
mom who had a magazine, and she
She still has it.
yeah. So they
And
they're
so
called
these are
above
their
Ruby's
children
ladies.
who are growing
Yes.
up and having babies.
And they're coming to you. They're coming to
they're coming to THM.
Are they
They are in.
returning to THM because they're
don't-
now in motherhood?
Well, I'm sure some left and some
Yeah.
come back, but yes, they're like, oh yeah, that THM thing. That's going to work for me. And that brings us back to that topic that we were even talking about. It's for every woman at every season.
Yeah.
Like, it's for every woman at every season. Like, it's for
But
everybody.
I'm glad we're doing
So
this because
good.
I feel like Serena and I now are in. Well, I'm post. I don't know what you are. You're somewhere on
Do you know
hormones.
what I am?
You're doing awesome.
I am bionically activated, meaning
You're hacked.
same with you, right? We're
Yes,
hacked.
we're hacked.
We just got taken over by the bioidenticals,
Yes.
and when we're not in a season, we're just bionic.
That's right.
Okay, yes. So we're all bionic.
We
but
might
our
need
age
a new
says-
identity for that.
Yeah.
Hacked.
Our age says we're peris or posties or
Right.
whatever. But where was I going with all that? I had something really profound to say.
We're above Rubies, the daughters coming back.
No, you could talk amongst yourself,
Sorry
and
about
I'm going to
that.
come in, and you're going to be astounded.
Postmenopausal, and I don't know what you are, Serene. Blah blah blah. Does that ring a bell? to
Oh,
you?
I was going to say,
Ding.
Oh, this better be profound.
it's not as profound as I thought.
That's fair. That's fair. I just want you to be accurate before you say it.
That's so funny.
I do believe in the good fats, like I have my kefir.
Oh, was that it?
But I'm saying my hormones now come in through a whatever method. They're exogenous. Any fat that I eat doesn't speak to them.
Mm.
It
A
still
younger
speaks to your
one,
skin and
it
your
speaks.
hair and
It's good things for me.
your
but
brain.
yes, but I get hormones somewhere else. But if a woman loses her hormones and doesn't go on bioidentical hormones, and that's her choice, and we always say, "Love you,
Yep.
great, that's your choice."
100% shake your hand.
You're not eating the good fats is not going to make estrogen for you.
Right.
It's not going to do that because you just past that time. But you see, a young woman has that window.
Yeah.
When she builds those robust hormones through the right foods
You
to
get
build
this-
her bones, to build her bones for the rest of her life. Your bones stop at the age of 30. After that, it's like muscle. They start declining. So you've only got this season from about 16
set
until
yourself
30.
up for success.
Yes, when you get that chance to build your bones.
Because you want, if you're not going to take the hormones, like Pearl said, you want your bones and muscles to start depleting from a very strong place.
Correct.
You don't want them all wizened up and all pulled like vegan your whole 20s and 30s. And
Depleted.
they're already in osteoporosis land like ours were. And then you're going to start depletion? Ouch.
The reclaim is real. For me, I think
I like that
my
word.
construction years kind of kept me not where I should have been, but at least at this baseline from depletion. But the cardio was left in my childhood, and I did my first like forced cardio thing. It was in a little TV show. I played a hockey player, and in this reality show, and you had to like.
And hold on.
Go ahead.
In a
This
reality
is
show,
Hollywood Dan.
you
You
played
already
a
know.
hockey player in a
When he's
reality
got his hair
show.
high, you can see that he's a...
Yeah, when
Are
my
y'all
hair,
listening to the
handsome
words?
I look
actor.
bigger when my hair's up. What are you saying?
In a reality show, he played a hockey player.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's
It
funny.
shows that reality shows are fake.
For real.
We're
No,
only just
but there's
figuring
shows
this out.
that make out the reality shows that are shows.
I'm doing push-ups. I'll get there.
No, but she's saying you're not catching it. It's a reality show that you
If
played
I'm
a
in a
character
reality
in.
show, I'm Amy Gaskin.
Yeah.
THM
Played a
coach, director of the coaching
Well, I was
program.
an extra. I wasn't the main. I wasn't the
Sorry.
main.
So all the
I
extras
couldn't-
are fake.
I could not leave that alone.
It's very hot in here. Hey, tell us what happened to your cardio. Were you panting and dying?
No, it felt that was on that week I had lung cancer. Because it was such
hurt
a
your
That's what you thought.
That's
'cause
what
you're
I
having problems.
thought.
Okay, gotcha.
because it was like on fire. Like my
Yeah.
lungs were it was a thing I've never experienced before.
Yeah.
Like wheezing and like in like
We
heat.
call that Fran lung at CrossFit. There's
What is
a
it?
Fran lung. There's
Fran
an
lung.
awful wad. They're the bad ones are named after women, whatever. But it's called Fran, and it is
Fran.
awful. And
Fran.
you're Fran, F-R-A-N,
Like Franny.
Fran, yeah,
Fran.
yeah,
Francis.
yes.
Wow.
But you're,
it's a thing.
I've experienced that. It's awful.
Francis Lung.
Wow.
But you know, working out hard in the gym with weights can make you breathe so hard you wouldn't have had Fran.
Yeah, the Uncle Steve
even if you
is my
hadn't
new
done a lot
cardio.
of cardio.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that that's another thing for 20s and 30s too.
Yeah.
You know, they get
Street,
caught up in the cardio.
Yep.
They do when
And
when
the yoga
strength
and the
training
jogging,
yeah,
jogging.
jogging. When strength training is setting up their bones.
Correct.
And their muscle and their metabolism.
And strength training is keeping their booty nice. People, let's just be honest. When you're pregnant,
All the
oh my
things
goodness,
nice.
look at the man walking in the door.
Yeah, when no one can see, so you
Yeah,
just
well,
save
my
them.
son and Pearl's son are walking in the door, all built with muscles and sunglasses. I have to say, I like to say that my son looks nice.
Yeah.
It's okay. But
It
guess
is
what?
okay.
I do want to say. What was I saying?
See? We need more hormones, not less. More.
No.
But it was so profound.
Strength
and so good.
training
Oh,
in the 20s
yes,
and
the
30s.
booties.
Oh, yeah,
The booties. How could I forget the booties?
Yeah.
No, but
Right,
if you're
guys?
having pregnancy and you're menopausal years, it's the time of fertility. So sorry. I think pregnancy is so healthy for you. It's a time of super physiological hormonal times. It's actually so healthy for you. Even the very worldly left doctors all say, oh, so sorry, pregnancy is the best time for your health because your sex hormones are through the roof. You're being flooded with all of these incredible anabolic hormones for your skin, for everything. But your bum fat gets eaten up by the baby.
The
Whoa.
omega
It's a
3s.
special kind of fat that your
Isn't it
baby
the
needs.
omega 3s?
Yes.
That's a
Takes it from
t-shirt
your bum.
there.
And I found that I used to have the most
Mummy flat bum?
roundy,
very thing.
roundy bum, and it was natural. It wasn't even muscle because I had no muscle.
And we're not talking about the excess white fat that's all kind of globally. We're talking about the nice high brown fat that's on a
Yeah, but it
woman's
doesn't look brown. Mine was white, but it was brown.
bum. You're confusing.
Where are we?
Under microscope, that is the healthy fat. She's very fair. She
It's
didn't want
brown?
you seeing a tan bum.
It's brown
She was
visually.
wanting everyone
It's
to
called
visualize
brown
it.
fat.
Just Google it later. It'll be all right.
There's brown fat and white fat. We need some of both, but you want more brown fat because that's actually fat that's good for your metabolism. Anyway.
She had some really lovely brown fat.
I
and
had
shapely
some,
bum.
may I just declare it to the world. I
Like
had,
Amy's daughter, you said.
Yeah,
juicy
she
bum.
okay, I
does.
had a good bum. And I noticed after each pregnancy, I would get back to the same weight, but it would be flatter bum, each one flatter and flatter. I didn't know that. Why?
So
I
do you
didn't
know
do
what
my
the women
fats.
think
I
in
didn't do
those-
my strength
Do you know what
training.
the women think when they're in those premenopausal 20s and 30s? They're having babies and their babies are eating their bums. They think, ooh, each baby I'm getting a little bit more flabbier,
Don't pull that.
a little bit flabbier. So they start calorie controlling and jogging. Both of those things are
Terrible.
taking away from their bum more. So eat enough calories to get in the gym and eat enough healthy fats and all of your macronutrients to get in the gym, build a nice high bum with muscle and that nice healthy brown fat around it from healthy macronutrients.
But if you're white, it might look white. That's just what I'm saying. Hey, can we get back before we get to Perry? And we've spent many podcasts on Perrys and Posties, so I'm glad we're spending this time for the young'uns.
Yes.
But I do want to ask about sugar.
Oh.
You have young daughters. Now, I have a daughter that's like Serene, so it doesn't matter. Sugar doesn't appeal to her, but she's not normal.
Nope.
So, you know,
Yeah,
you've
most
got
young girls want to hit that Starbies.
you know, you've got a lot of young women and a
Yeah.
lot of them, because their metabolisms are high, they think, well, I can do sugar, and they live on sugar and they're not gaining weight yet.
Oh, but you will.
Yes.
Young Jedi.
Right.
You just
So
wanna
now
give
how
it
do
to
your
'em.
daughters, they're on THM, they don't have to be perfect.
No,
What
no,
do
no.
they do with sugar?
The oldest one is not. She's, I don't want to like throw her under the bus, but she
Yeah.
hasn't embraced it.
Oh, she has.
Maybe one day. She gets it.
Does she
She-
eat like healthy
protein.
crossovers
Right.
at home?
She'll have protein. She's her own girl. She'll come over. She's smart.
Yeah.
She understands protein. She knows she needs vegetables, but she's gonna have the Alani and she's gonna have the cookies, and
As well,
there's
like
no
is
change in the 20-year-old's mind.
Okay, right. So that's just
Yeah,
what
it's
she's
okay.
doing.
It's
But
what
she
she's
has a
doing.
basics of a good
Yeah, she
diet.
has a
but
good foundation.
Adds sugar. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other two, 18 and 16, crossovers.
Yeah.
They do have sugar every now and then, but I don't find it excessive.
No, no.
Yeah. It's like Pearl, a little tiramisu on the
Yeah, because
cruise.
if you live in that age, and if you're like, unless you're someone like Serena, my daughter Autumn, I don't even know that you can be someone of that age and not have it at all. I don't know. It would feel very restrictive.
Right.
Let me give a little warning to you with my husband, even though it's a husband and not a teenage girl. But when he was a young guy, he was a skinny, tall, a little white guy. Skinny, tall gringo.
Skinny, tall, little.
Well, he was not broad and muscular. He was thin and tall. And so he thought that he could get away with the 32-ounce sodas.
Yeah.
So he did construction, and so 32-ounce sodas, you just all day long. Well, one day you got insulin resistance. Doesn't matter how skinny your arms and legs are, you're going to put the weight
And
on
that
your
was
belly.
actually in his 20s
And
it
then-
happened. Yeah.
Yes, he
Wow.
got insulin resistance early on, and he's had sugar issues ever since. So don't think just because you can get away with it in your
The
youth.
inside
but
is
it wasn't.
stressed out.
He just woke up one day and his body said, "I'm this age. I'm going to get insulin resistance." Not insulin resistance. No, it was a lifelong journey of him programming his body into insulin resistance.
So my sons are 20 and 18, and I have two younger daughters than that. And why was I talking about?
Oh no, you need hormones. You haven't got the T jab yet.
I ain't getting no jab.
Yeah, you
Why
are.
not?
I'm unvaxxed and relaxed.
Testosterone is not a vaccine.
Oh,
You've lost the story.
you learn something new on the potty every day.
You'll bring it back. We'll start talking about
No,
something
this
else.
is good about
Okay.
the sons.
Okay.
But where were we? What
They
were
eat
You won't
sugar,
even
do
need
they
your hair high
protein?
when you get on T, Dan. I won't even be asking for your head behind.
Sugar.
Eat all the...
The sun's in the sugar.
Sons are this age and this age, daughters this age and this age. Take it
Yes.
away.
What?
Hey,
Yeah,
stop analyzing our podcast, Nate.
You lengthened.
If we
You-
want it bad,
This was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah.
okay, you keep this in, JD. Nate keeps telling us to stop doing rabbit trails.
So that we
he's-
can shorten the podcast.
So we can keep people, but we're culling the herd, remember?
And then we all take turns berating Nate for 5 minutes each for interrupting us.
Okay, back to the ages of
Your
your
boys.
children.
Let's go.
All right, so my fellas, right? What I'm telling my kids is because they like to really give pushback on sugar, right? Like hey dad,
Classic.
don't tell us
kid.
about your stomach. Don't project your stomach issues.
Project.
That old man father. Don't put that on us. We're young, we're healthy. We can have these things. And what I say is, hey, you do you, boo boo. But just like like each cigarette smoke gets you closer
Thank you.
to disease. Like, no, not today.
Yeah.
We don't get lung cancer today. We don't get emphysema today. We don't start getting hoarse today
Not
and leathery
today.
skin today. But each cigarette would get you closer to that. Now they were like, oh, we would never smoke cigarettes, so it's a good illustration. In the same way, every like indulgence of sugar is just a step closer to something that you will, I promise you, regret one day. And you will say,
Amen.
I wish when I was 15 years old, I wouldn't have had a friggin' Baja Blast in the Sonic drive-thru because I Baja blasted my health right out the window.
How are you doing at the convenience store these days? Just wondering.
That was
Oh,
so
he-
good,
he's got
Danny.
Mike leave the building. He thinks the party's over. But now we're gonna do peri and posties, and I don't think we need to spend heaps of time because
Because we spend all our time on this.
because this is the time, wouldn't you say, Amy? And we're supposed to be asking you this,
It's okay.
where it's no longer negotiable.
Yes.
Strength training protein now is your lifeline
what
for
you do.
for the rest of your life. Otherwise,
three
you're going
Ps.
down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you are because you got no hormones and everything is going to be, and you got no muscles. So yeah, talk about that.
Yeah. So it's non-negotiable. It's who you are. And the 3 Ps came out of wisdom.
Say them.
Protein, plants, and power.
I love that.
So we want protein, 4 fuelings a day, 30 grams. Thanks so much. I accidentally said 35 earlier, and I'm like, that's not right. I've never said 35 grams of protein. It was funny. But anyway.
Some people can
then
easily handle
plants-
it. Some people can't that don't have a lot of muscle.
Right,
but
but that's
yeah.
not what I was reading. I read it wrong. Anyway, plants for sure. I mean, so many. I had a discussion with a friend the other day, and she was like, I just couldn't eat all that green stuff, blah. And let's go ahead and tell you what I told her. It just came out of my mouth. I couldn't stop it.
Let's hear it.
It was a Danny moment. I said, do you want to look 22 when you're 44?
Yeah, give it to her.
And she just looked at me and she went, huh, okay.
Yes.
You know, I mean, the plants help. The protein helps.
Tell us,
the power
tell us
helps.
why the protein needs the plants. Tell us that, Amy.
Why the protein needs
No,
the
the
plants.
plants need the protein.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
does the meat need the plant? Plants
We've got to
need the
have
meat.
it all. It balances everything. It cleans the muscles. It gives you the fiber. It gives you the nutrition. And it's, you know, antioxidants, fights free radicals. It does all the things.
I
And
love how Amy said that. She said it perfectly. She's like, it cleans the muscles. And you need the protein to build the muscles. And the protein also
And the-
cleans them out too. But
and the strength
plants,
training.
the plants scrub them out.
We're not seeing a bunch of young women with non-alcoholic fatty liver. We're seeing women in their 40s
Yep.
and 50s.
Yep.
Why? All the little fat droplets. Well, you get some
all
more
built up.
plants and lean protein and it
Cleans
can
it
clean
up.
them out.
I love that
not
part
just
of the
your
book.
organs, but your muscles. But muscles are.
Yeah.
The body wants
Organs.
to heal.
And that's how you become a fat burner.
Yeah.
So if you're tired of looking the way you look, just do it. That's just who you are.
And then power. Talk
Yep.
about power.
That, you know, the strength training just 3 times a week. Like you got me, is exactly what y'all are saying. I'm not saying anything new at all.
But you're saying
And
it,
it
and
is-
it's coming from you.
Yeah. And it is a powerhouse. I mean,
What,
it
what
wraps
do you
it
tell
all
a
up.
woman? And this is controversial because women hate it when we say this. She's coming to you. She's perhaps not getting the results she wants, and her exercise is jogging.
Oh, no.
What do you say to her? I mean, but she loves it. This is what she's done.
You're
going
to
to
be skinny fat. If you end up
yeah.
losing all the weight, you're going to be skinny fat, and you're not going to still not going to like the way you look, and you're going to fall, and you're going to break your hip, and you're going to die in a year.
Do you actually say that
Yeah.
to her? Oh, you're really
you
in
not
your
surprised?
face. No.
You're
I
not
got some
surprised, are you?
gangster. I got some gangster talk to you. Like this is good old Danny Memphis. You get down in the deadlift, or you get down in your depends.
And you
Did you say that? That's awesome.
No, he didn't say it. I'm
Oh.
saying it, projecting
Oh,
him.
that's what he would say. But it's so true. And they're like, my doctor said I need to be on calcium. Okay, that's precious. But you can do so much more to protect
Actually,
your bones.
calcium alone does nothing.
No.
I mean, if you're not on K2, it doesn't even get
And you
into
just
your
have to
bones.
say bless it. And-
Bless that. I do want to talk to runners and joggers. If that is your love and your self-care,
I
one
don't care.
day a week.
You might love smoking.
No. Let me be good cop. You bad cop after this. I say, because some woman, it's like me. I go for a walk and it's my self-care. If jogging is your self-care, it can't be your mainstay because you're wasting your time. It's
Yep.
not building bone
Spiking
and
your
it's
cortisol.
not
I'm in
building
pain.
muscle.
Yep.
Just leave me alone. I'm talking to the joggers who love it. I feel like you can have a day of the week or small ones. But you have to strength train 3 times a week. You got to get the basics down, and then I don't care what you do after that if you don't exhaust yourself.
And jog, a half-mile walk, a half-mile jog, a half-mile walk, a half-mile. Get a little bit smart so you're hacking the system. It's that steady state constancy.
I'd rather you sprint and walk.
Exactly, but they're into their little thing, okay? And you don't want to mess it up.
Got to meet them in the
Did
middle.
we just cull some herd? Did we cull?
Probably.
No, I feel like we converted.
Just get on the internet, look up sprinters bods, and then look up marathon bods, and you choose.
Correct.
Oh, we've covered it, people.
We did it.
don't
If you're
need
not convinced now, I don't know.
We don't
what we
need
could do.
Nate to tell us.
Nate left the building.
did.
We sent him home.
Poor Nate, and we were gonna
have to
finish and just glory.
No, he's gone
like
praying for us.
We're gonna have to repair with Nate.
He'll be all right.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
You're
I
welcome.
loved this
Coach Amy Gaskin, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Amy Gaskin.
Thanks.
Bye, bye, everybody.
Enthusiasm.